Hello there everybody and welcome back to my F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. We are now at Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. If you haven't seen the last episode, I urge you to go back and check that one out before checking this one out. This is your last chance to do so before spoilers. Okay, we're now off the back of 2 wins in a row here at Suzuka, and I'm not expecting too much from round here because I do tend to struggle in the first sector round here, and this isn't one of my strongest circuits, so I'm not going to come here and say I expect the world because I really don't. So I'm just going to target grabbing as many points as I can and seeing where we go from there. First things first though, we need to get out of Q1. And I'm looking at doing that quite comfortably, to be honest, because look how much quicker than Mazepin I am. It was nearly 3 seconds coming out of Sector 2, so I'm confident enough in this lap that it should be enough to get us out of the first part of qualifying. And in fact, I'm not sure. P11, that's a difficult call to make. I think we're going to need to go again, so I do elect to go again, just to be sure, and wow. We've crashed.
Let me know you're okay.
So, looks like we're not going to be going any further then. That was a big mistake by myself there. We just hit the curb, around it goes, into the wall, and out of qualifying we go. So, that is us out of qualifying. I don't know if we made it into Q2 anyway or not, but it's all academic now. Because at the very least we'll be starting from somewhere around P16.
Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Issa Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today in the Japanese Grand Prix? A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles, and it's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 racetrack. The drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. And keep an eye out for overtakes going into the final chicane. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Joker. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Norris, Lewis Hamilton and Massa, Gasly, Giovinazzi, Ocon and Lance Stroll, Joker, Sainz, George Russell and Ricciardo. They've taken a grid penalty. Joe, Mick Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Artem Markelov. Verstappen, Latifi, Mazepin, they've taken a grid penalty, and Yuki Tsunoda. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Well, thanks to a load of penalties, we are starting in P11, just outside the points. What can we do from there? It's lights out and away we go for this Japanese Grand Prix. We've got a fairly decent start. Stroll's trying to cover me off there. I'm having a look to the inside, but there's a car there, so I don't want to cut them off and end up spinning them round and causing an incident that's my fault. Trying to go around the outside of Stroll. No room there. There's a car still on my outside. I believe that's Carlos Sainz, who we've just seen off there. And Sainz not able to make anything of us at that point. So my main target now is, can we get by Ocon and Stroll? They're the first cars I want to have a look at getting by. And it's going to be quite difficult if we don't get it done early, because this is not a circuit that traditionally is easy to overtake on. And I do not want to be stuck and being held up by the guys in front. Although having said that, we fell a little bit behind there, but I'm able to take a dive bomb due to a lot of them braking early. However, Stroll's holding it out around my outside. In fact, Stroll keeping the position there with such a great exit. My next bet is into the chicane at the end of the first lap. If we take a massive dive bomb, I don't know if it's on, but we're going to have a look here. Is it on? No, it's not. Although Stroll's now being held up because he's got a couple of cones stuck to his car, but that gap just closed in on us as quickly as we found it. And we're going to have another look at trying to find a way past Joe. Is the move on the inside on here? No, we're just not close enough. And any attempt at going for it would end in both of us out. And in fact, they've both got away from me a little bit now as we've got into this race, because I'm having to defend from Carlos Sainz, and that is causing me problems because I can't get after the guys in front of me, and they're now getting away from me because of how much I'm actually trying to hold Sainz back. So it's not helping me out at all. And Russell is still just about there, just in case I go wrong. I've gone wide going into Spoon. I've gone wide again. I'm on the grass. Round it goes! And there goes my front wing. I'm trying to avoid everybody here. And, wow, I'm going to have to wait till the whole field has gone by before I can rejoin. And the safety car has come out. So that was a huge mistake by me. And now I've got it all to do. But what I am going to do is make a strategy decision and go on to the hard tyres. Meanwhile, Artem Markelov having difficulties with his car. He is going literally no further in this race, and he's actually made a point to hold the Ferrari up there. So we're taking on hards and potentially attempting to go to the end here. I'm not sure what that pause was about, but we'll gloss over that. Right, the race resumes. The Japanese Grand Prix is now resumed, and wow, look how much the field has got away from me there. They really caught me napping off that restart. But first things first, let's get past Nikita Mazepin, who is, other than me, stone dead last. So we lost 2 cars in this race. What happened to Latifi? I didn't realise that Latifi was out of the race. So both Alfa Romeos then having a terrible day here. We're going to go down the inside of 130R of Nikita Mazepin. It's a brave move to go down the inside there, but we have got that move done. And next up is Yuki Tsunoda and Carlos Sainz. Sainz we were battling earlier, so through all that, obviously he has got ahead of me, and I think he has made a pit stop when he has got onto softs. And down the inside of Yuki Tsunoda, down the inside of what I nickname as Kobayashi Corner, and we're trying to run Tsunoda out of room, but that's not going to work. Never in a month of Sundays is that one going to work. I think he's taken research off of the aforementioned Kobayashi, but we're going to take a dive down the last chicane, and we should be able to have that one. Tsunoda gives us space. We're now going to cut him off, and that is P18, I believe. That's an aggressive move for 18. Right, next up, Sainz. Again, down the inside of the chicane. Sainz really doing a bit more to fight that one off. In fact, he turned into me a little bit there. But again, place has been acquired. Overtake done. And a few cars are now starting to pit. We move up the order just a little bit. And I wonder how many of these cars will be pitting again, because if a lot of them do pit again, that's going to move us massively up the field, which was the thing that decided this strategy for me, was just hold it out and let the field pit, because that might move me up into a very competitive position. Make the most out of my driving error, but yeah. Anyway, down the inside of Max Verstappen, we're going to go here, and Max, very lenient with that one, especially with how far back we came. I was pretty worried that Max would turn into me there, but no, he managed to make that move work, and we've gained another couple of places from cars in the pits. So now it's game on for this race. How far up the field are we going to get? And did anyone else decide to take my strategy when they pitted when the safety car came out? Right, next up is Italian Jesus and Giovinazzi, but actually right now the first thing we're doing is defending off Verstappen, because he's getting a run up to 130R, but we've managed to keep him behind. I don't think he's quite got the straight line speed on us, otherwise he would have had us. But look how much this little queue is being held up. I can't see who's leading this train, but someone's at the front of it holding it all up. And Max has got a nice dose of DRS on me down the straight, but I've also got DRS, and he looked like he was going to have a look at one stage, but Max electing just to not go for that one. We're now heading into the middle of this race. It's lap 13 out of 27, and again we just cannot get close enough to take that crucial dive on Ricciardo, and there is someone holding this train up in front of it all. Well, Jeff said there was an incident somewhere on track, but I didn't see it. Oh, I didn't see it. Right, we're now going to have a look down the inside of Ricciardo. Take that dive down the inside of the chicane. He's given us space. We're giving him the same amount of space. And that is another overtake. Next up is Italian Jesus, who actually pits. So, no, he didn't pit, sorry. A lot of other cars did, though. And that is us into P5. And Guan Yu Zhou is in P3 with Italian Jesus right behind him. And wow, this is going to be a tough one. Can we dive them both here? I'm going to have a look at trying to get them both. Can I get them both? Yes, we do. What a lunge and what an overtake. I just about got it stopped in time there. Perez now pulls into the pits. And it is a Joe H2O Racing 1-2 because Felipe Massa is leading the race. And my thinking is here, because I'm not going to have the pace of those that are running on the medium tyres, if I can hold back some of those on the medium tyres, this might help Felipe Massa later on. So I'm hoping to get a decent team result here, and I'm thinking the best bet to get a team result is maybe try and hold some of the others back so that Massa can get through. Because if Massa does pit again and he comes right behind me, I'm going to be honest, he's going to be on a faster tyre, and I am not going to get in his way. So Massa pits then for what I presume to be another set of mediums. Yeah, he's really going to pit for intermediates in the dry, isn't he? Anyway, I don't know what that commentary was, but now we're watching Massa after pitting for mediums, storming past the Aston Martin there. And the next car he's got to pass is Esteban Ocon. And I'm just saying this now, if Massa gets up to us and gets right behind me, I'm getting out of his way. Right, Bottas is going to have a look down the outside. I'm holding the inside though, and Bottas turns into me and goes off. What was Bottas doing there? Here's a replay on board with him. He's got space on the outside, yet he's turned into me. You know, I gave him space around the outside and Bottas just turning into me there. I'm not sure what that was going to achieve. I gave him room. That's what I say. Anyway, now Perez is 1.2 behind me and Massa is up to third. And I'm thinking if I can keep if I can keep Perez back, then I can have a go at helping Massa get into the lead of this race. Because either way, it'll be a Joe H2O victory. But wait, what's that? It's a car going slowly. It's Felipe Massa. I don't believe it. That is heartbreak for him. He was having such a competitive race here. And I really thought this could have been either a second place or a victory for him today. But it has just not happened. Now we're watching Lando Norris. He's about to go full send on Esteban Ocon for, well, I say he's about to go full send, but that was no contest. He drove past Ocon like he was standing still. And at the end of the race then, Perez mysteriously made another pit stop. Not sure what happened to him. But for us, it looks like it's going to be a third win in a row. A lot of luck has come into our favour for this one. But luck, no luck, it's still a race win, and I will still take it. It's a third win in a row, not the win I expected here. Come on!
That was on fire! Absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant result. Well done.
Another action-packed Japanese Grand Prix comes to an end. And what a magnificent drive to take the win here today. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, tyre management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Welcome then to the podium, our top three drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Can anything stop me right now? Because I don't feel like we are stoppable. That is a third win in a row here. And again, not a win I expected, given that we went so wrong. But
Now let's take a look
we
at
made the
driver's
most out of what
standings. It wasn't
happened
the best weekend
by
for our
pitting in
championship
under that
leader,
safety
and their
car.
advantage at the top
Admittedly, a
has been
safety car we
reduced. After
caused.
an incredible day of
And
racing,
working
who
the
was your
strategy.
driver of the day,
Bottas
Hans?
could have got
I have to
past
say
me
Sebastian Vettel
if he hadn't
certainly
have
caught
turned
my
in
eye
on me
during
there. I'm
today's
pretty
race.
sure he would have been able to
Incredible
send it
driving.
somewhere
Nothing
else
can
though.
challenge the leaders of the
And
Constructors'
again,
Championship
luck
at this
really
point.
playing its part.
It's
But
another
it's a
clear
third
win
win
for
in a row,
Mercedes as they
and it
managed to
helps me
secure the
further
Constructors'
obtain
title.
that second place in the
Incredible performance
Drivers'
from the whole
Championship.
team.
Norris and
After an event
Ocon
like
getting
that, who
second
knows
and
what the
third
sport
in that
has in store
race.
for us next
That
time.
is a surprising
Be sure to
top
join us again
five,
as we
with
continue
Stroll
to
and
bring you
Vettel
the
rounding it
latest
out. And as you can
excitement
see
in
there,
Formula One.
we extend our gap in second in the championship, and that's now starting to look like ours. But anything can happen in the next few races, and I'm not discounting anything at all, not taking anything for granted, but it's a positive step. Well, I hope you enjoyed this race. Leave a like and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Until the next time I release content, I've been Joe. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, look after yourselves. TTFN, guys. Ta for now.